Let's have a Merry Christmas. Cause lovers is Christmas. Have a Merry Christmas. I love you. And you. Yes. Cause
no one should really miss. There is a reason why there's a...
It's always a better choice. My one and only station.
DBS Radio. Coming to DBS Radio on December 31, 2025 at 6 p.m. The news in review for the year.
The main stories which shaped Dominica in 2025. The highs, the lows, success stories and disappointments. A 1-hour news in review package.
Dominica in 2025 will be presented by Tirella Alexander, Kareem Bertrand and Trudy Christian.
December 31 at 6 p.m. Dominica in 2025, live on DBS Radio.
The DBS News in Review 2025 brought to listeners compliments West Coast Cooperative Credit Union, Jay's Limited, National Bank of Dominica, Rubens Bakery, Springfield Trading, Flow Dominica Limited, and Luxurious Lose. Sports in Review 2025 brought to listeners compliments West Coast Cooperative Credit Union, Luxurious Lose, Big Edge Financial, and the Dominica National Lottery. Creole News in Review brought to listeners compliments AC Shillingford and Company Limited and the National Cooperative Credit Union. We say a big thank you to all our sponsors, all our partners, all the business places.
Fair and balanced, unbiased and clear, concise and accurate. This is the DBS Evening News. Here now is your presenter with the headlines.
Good evening and welcome to the DBS Evening News. In the headlines, the finalist for the 2025 Dominica Music Awards has officially been announced across 24 categories. In news from the region, Liat Air plans Latin America expansion from 2026, and internationally, U.S. economy grows at fastest pace in 2 years. I'm your presenter this evening, Alian Christopher. The details of the news when we return.
This Christmas, Flow is making the season merrier when you add postpaid to internet. Unwrap a new smartphone for only $10. Plus, we're giving you 35% off your mobile bill and win even more goodies with our Spin the Wheel Christmas promotion. This Christmas, the rewards are on us. Add postpaid to your internet plan today in-store or visit discoverflow.co for more info. Terms and conditions apply. Flow, we keep your Christmas rhythm flowing.
DBS News.
Welcome back. The finalists for the 2025 Dominica Music Awards have officially been announced across 24 categories. The announcement was made earlier today at a press conference held at the Discover Dominica Authority office.
First category, Photographer/Videographer of the Year. The finalists are Ambo Visual, Media Links, Mills Eye Vision. Live Sound Engineer of the Year, Cornell Phillip, Kelson Charles, Sean Shillingford. Cadaslipso Artist of the Year, Ridge and Chubby, Abia Israel, and Super Dan HD. Male Artist of the Year, Shelly, Mr. Ridge, Pudas, Trilogy, and of course, Asa Banton. Female Artist of the Year, Colin XP, Buyo Babi Faithy, Ebony Empress, Abia Yisrael, and last but not least, Joy. Junior Male Artist of the Year, Mighty T, The Reverend, King Zaya. Junior Female Artist of the Year, Moxie Shervy, Queen Melody, and Alyssa. Social Media Influencer of the Year, or Social Media and Content Creator of the Year, JL Joseph, Jody Dangaben, Shy Guy, Durani Durand, Amani Agustin. Rising Artist or Band of the Year, Nice, Tricks, Booyah Bobby Faithy, Rhythm Knockers Band, Real, Tricks Migos. Gospel Artist of the Year, Janae Jackson, Champion Role, Blessing John Baptist, Niall Grove, J. Crow, and Shanix. Soca Song of the Year, Mr. Benji and Zimoni, Shalina, and Super Dan HD. Band of the Year, Midnight Groovers, TK International, and Signal Band. Manager of the Year, Morsiwo Aturo Bellot, Mr. Ridge, Pudas Divo Paris from Morsiwo, Tridel Edwin, who is for Trilogy, and Rio Okeboom, and Jelani Robinson for Signal Band. Calypso Artists of the Year, King Dice, Joy, and Shanice. Reggae/Dancehall Artist of the Year, Dynamic, Abia Yisrael, and Colton T. Producer of the Year, Arade Maskman Moses, The Wizard, Andel Freeze Hosford, DJ Taffy Rhythm Beast, Little Boy, Cross the Bridge Studio. Songwriter of the Year, Little Boy, Trilogy, and Shelly Alfred. Collaboration of the Year, another big category, so we have 6 finalists. Mr. Ridge and Problem Child, FYM. Tricks, Migos, and Hussy, What She Like. Rio, Kenny G, and Faithy, IKY. Shelly, Nice, and the Signal Band, Stronger. Trilogy, Skinny Fabulous, and Shelly with Rags. And last but not least, Quan, Little Boy, and Trilogy with Someone Else. Music Video of the Year, Signal Band, Bye to the Old Me, Rio, Okay Boom, IKY, Trilogy, Take Me As I Am, and Colton T, Foreplay. Album of the Year, Pudas, No Time for Rubbish, Colton T, All I Need Is Love. Shelly and the Signal Band, The Electric Room. Compa and Zouk Artist of the Year, we have Mari Pascal, Super Dan HD, and Ecstasy Band. Promoter of the Year, Danger Dane Entertainment, Independence Gopwell, and Carnival Gopwell. Infinite Entertainment with Amped and Rise and Wine. Fantasy Tribe with Fantasy Fitness Fusion, Band Launch, and Lumination. And last but not least, Asa Banton and Breakfast Fete. DJ of the Year, the top 3 finalists, and they are DJ MJ, DJ Slim, and Unstoppable Shax. Booyah Artist of the Year, Asa Banton, Trilogy, Mr. Ridge, Shelly, and Pudas.
And that was Julie Roberts, a marketing and communications specialist with Creole Heartbeat. The winners will be officially announced during a red carpet awards ceremony scheduled for January 3rd, 2026 at the Intercontinental Hotel. Meanwhile, Cultural Ambassador Leroy Wadix Charles says the Dominica Music Awards represents a critical investment in the nation's cultural identity and creative economy.
This is the second edition of the Dominica Music Awards. We had the first edition in 2022. So this year, the second edition, and we had a break mainly because we all know of the turbulence of the challenges to keep this music award. And I want to say, as we celebrate our 5th anniversary, and that is Creole Heartbeat, it is very important that we wanted to do something very special for the musicians. Creole Heartbeat, we have tried to cover the life of a people in Dominica, the life of a Creole people. And we have done so relentlessly for 5 years. So in this 5th anniversary, we want to do something special for the musicians. for the artists, the musical technocrats who have really taken Dominica's name far and wide. The last 18 months has seen possibly the most successful period since the days of Kadas Lipso and the early days of Bouillon music, where Dominica's music excelled. So it was very important that Creole Heartbeat actually captured that moment to climax with the Music Awards.
And that's Cultural Ambassador Leroy Wadix Charles. Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit has assured Dominicans that the recent U.S. proclamation does not have any implications on Dominicans who already have U.S. visas. His remarks came as the government received further clarification following ongoing discussions with the United States. Skerrit says the government is working with the U.S. authorities to remove all restrictions on Dominica. He made this statement earlier today.
At this time, the proclamation itself has not been formally withdrawn or suspended. However, critical clarifications have been provided regarding its application and scope. There is no specified suspension period at this stage. Discussions are ongoing, and the government continues to engage U.S. authorities with the objective of reversing all restrictions affecting Dominican nationals. A first formal review will take place 90 days after January 1st, 2026. The measures will remain in effect until the identified areas of concern are determined to have been addressed. The simple answer is yes. The government has received confirmation that Dominican nationals who hold valid U.S. visas, including tourists, business, students, and other categories, may continue to travel to the United States and its territories as is customary, subject to standard U.S. immigration laws and entry requirements. This clarification reaffirms the continuity of lawful travel and provides reassurance to students, families, business travelers, and others with existing visas. Importantly, no valid U.S. visas are being revoked as a result of the proclamation. Can Dominicans without visas continue to apply for and receive visas after January 1st, 2026? Yes, applications may continue to be submitted. However, while applications can be made, new visas cannot be issued while a restriction remains in place for those affected by the proclamation. Will there be any new requirements for U.S. visa applications? At this time, the government has not been advised of any new or additional visa application requirements specific to Dominican nationals beyond existing U.S. immigration processes. Should this change, the public will be informed promptly. Therefore, in summary, the restriction applies only to Dominican citizens who do not hold valid U.S. visas. It does not affect Dominican nationals who already possess valid visas. It does not revoke existing visas. And it does not stop visa applications from being submitted.
That's Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit. Meantime, he says the government has also sought confirmation from U.S. authorities regarding compliance regulations against the Citizenship by Investment CBI program.
On the question of compliance, the government of Dominica is confident that the far-reaching legislative and regulatory reforms enacted on 14 October 2025 directly address the issues referenced in the proclamation, including residency, due diligence, transparency, and enforcement. However, in the interest of partnership and clarity, the government has formally sought confirmation from U.S. authorities on whether these measures fully satisfy the conditions outlined and whether any additional actions are required. Dominica values its strong and long-standing relationship with the United States, including close cooperation in maritime security, law enforcement, and regional stability. We remain fully committed to cooperation, transparency, and shared security objectives. The government will continue its engagement with the U.S. Embassy in Bridgetown and the State Department in Washington with the goal of resolving this matter constructively and reversing all restrictions affecting Dominican nationals. I assure the public that the government is acting decisively, responsibly, and in the best interests of Dominican citizens.
And that's Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerritt. In other news, the management of the cable car in the Roseau Valley has expressed sadness by the tragic loss of one of its employees. 21-year-old Michael Lawrence of Mont Prosper succumbed yesterday from injuries he sustained on the site of the project. In a statement, the company said the authorities have been notified and a full investigation is underway. The company said they are cooperating fully to establish the facts surrounding the incident. The cable car management stated that the loss is felt deeply across the entire team and they asked for privacy and understanding as they support those impacted during this very challenging time. Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerritt has listed the commissioning of a geothermal energy plant, launch of the Northern Road Improvement Project and start of Roseau Enhancement Project among big-ticket projects for Dominica in 2026. Skerritt says these projects will impact Dominica in a positive manner.
The Northern Road Improvement Project from Portsmouth to Hatton Garden will begin in late 2026. This major rehabilitation initiative, funded by the government of the People's Republic of China, will deliver new bridges and culverts, slope stabilization, road widening, and retaining walls along the Portsmouth to Hatton Garden corridor, in keeping with the commitment made by President His Excellency Xi Jinping during my official visit to China last year. In the south, the Lube to Granby Road, when completed, will improve safety, reduce travel times, and enhance access for road users. We are also investing heavily in our capital. The Roseau Enhancement Project will get underway next year, resulting in upgraded roads, improved drainage, and better traffic flow. In the area of education, construction continues on 6 new primary schools, supported by the government of the People's Republic of China. These schools represent an investment in our children and our teachers, and will provide safe, modern learning environments to improve educational outcomes. In the area of agriculture and food security, construction is advanced on a modern national abattoir and a citrus certification and processing facility. These are strategic investments aimed at strengthening our agricultural value chain, improving food security standards, and reducing imports. We'll also witness the start of the construction of the cruise village, which will usher in even more benefits to our people.
And that's Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerritt. He says major tourism projects will take shape in 2026. The Roseau City Council says 2025 was a challenging year. Despite these challenges, Mayor of Roseau, Her Worship Ermine Royer, says the council remained committed to carrying out its primary responsibilities across the municipality.
I must say 2025, was not really one of the best, but with God, we try to make everything happen. 2025, the City Council didn't really have any major project, but as you know, we are responsible for culverts, drains, and sidewalks. So we always focus on making sure that the culverts and drains are clear, and we are normally 6 months ahead when hurricane season in preparing for hurricane. So we do our best in that area, and also to try to keep the surrounding the municipality clean, which is not only the city of Roseau, but the whole municipality. And as to major project, the city council has not really taken any major project, if you mean like any constructions or whatever. But then we had started some enforcement on the cobblestones, if you would see, coming down from the church, Methodist Church, to come down to the Kingsley bus stop.
And that's Mayor of Roseau, Her Worship Ermin Royer. That's the national focus. Stay tuned. Regional and international developments up next.
This Christmas, Flow is making the season merrier when you add postpaid to internet. Unwrap a new smartphone for only $10. Plus, we're giving you 35% off your mobile bill and win even more goodies with our Spin the Wheel Christmas promotion. This Christmas, the rewards are on us. Add postpaid to your internet plan today in-store or visit discoverflow.co for more info. Terms and conditions apply. Flow, we keep your Christmas rhythm flowing.
DBS News.
Welcome back in news from the region. Liat Air has announced plans to expand its route network in Central and South America from 2026 with Panama, Belize, and Colombia among the destinations under consideration. The airline's chief financial officer said the expansion would build on recent growth aimed at improving links between the Eastern Caribbean and major regional hubs. The plans follow Liat's first flight to the Dominican Republic, with Santo Domingo becoming the carrier's latest destination. The addition brings Liat's network to 17 destinations across 14 countries. And internationally, the U.S. economy picked up speed over the 3 months to September as consumer spending jumped and exports increased. The world's largest economy expanded at an annual rate of 4.3%, up from 3.8% in the previous quarter. That was better than expected and marked the strongest growth in 2 years. The report, which had been delayed by the U.S. government shutdown, sheds light on an economy that has been buffeted by dramatic changes to trade and immigration policies, as well as persistent inflation and cuts to government spending. Well, that's the news. Stay tuned. The DBS Evening Sports Report is up next.
Covering the nation and beyond. DBS Sports Report.
Wow, a new laptop.
Yep.
How much you pay?
Only $10. This Christmas, sign up for any home bundle or the Turbo 400 internet plan or higher and get a laptop or tablet for only $10. And there's more. You can win even more festive prizes with our Christmas Spin the Wheel. That's faster, more reliable internet with same upload and download speeds and fantastic rewards. Sign up in-store today or visit online at discoverflow.co for more info. We keep your Christmas rhythm flowing.
Welcome to the DBS Evening Sports Report. President of the Dominica Athletics Association, Brendan Williams, is urging athletes and administrators to remain united and grounded in strong values as the sport of athletics continues to develop in Dominica. Williams was speaking at an athletics awards ceremony organized by the Pioneers Athletics Club, where athletes were recognized for their achievements over the past year. Well, he told athletes that success in athletics comes from preparation, discipline, and persistence, noting that behind every medal and personal record are countless hours of hard work.
Tonight is about celebration, but it's also about recognition of your effort. To the athletes being honored this evening, congratulations. What you achieved over the past year did not happen by accident. Behind every medal won, every goal achieved, and every personal record broken are countless hours of training, moments of self-doubt, early mornings, late evenings, and a decision made repeatedly not to quit. Personal records in particular deserve special recognition. They represent progress against yourself, and that is something Mr. Doctor stressed upon, always being better than last year. They remind us that success in athletics is not only about beating others, but about becoming a better than you were yesterday. That is a powerful lesson, one that extends far beyond the track.
President of the Dominica Athletics Association, Brendan Williams. He also praised the Pioneers Athletics Club for staging its 10th annual awards ceremony, saying it sends a strong message that effort and excellence are valued within the sport.
Too often, we move quickly from one season to the next without pausing to acknowledge growth, effort, and contribution. This ceremony sends a strong message. Excellence is noticed. Effort is valued, and people matter. To the coaches, mentors, administrators, parents, and support team, this evening also belongs to you. Your work often happens behind the scenes. You invest time, patience, and belief, sometimes without applause or recognition. So I think the athletes should applaud their coaches and also their support team.
President of the Dominica Athletics Association, Brendan Williams, the Pioneers Male Athlete of the Year went to Shakan Stedman, while Akisha Luke was named the Pioneers Female Athlete of the Year. On to some cricket. West Indies captain Roston Chase says despite having lost the Test series with New Zealand, there are some positives to take. The West Indies lost the 3-match series 2-0. Chase says the bowlers have a good account and some of the batsmen stepped up.
On this tour, I think batting your first innings is very key with the usual conditions that you have here, with the more difficult wicket to bat on in the first innings in terms of the grass and the movement of the ball. I think that's something that we've been struggling for a while. I think getting that first innings score around 300 or so, that would really play a greater part in us being able to move the game forward in terms of looking for a result or getting the result that we want. So I just think that's something that we've been trying to work on and we still need to work on. Before this series started, the goal for the batters was to at least get 100 in every game, and we got 300. So I mean, we didn't get one in the last game, but 300s over the three game period. So we were very happy with that. It's something that we've not been able to do in the recent past, getting 100, so we were very pleased about that. And I thought the bowlers did what they could have done, especially we had some niggles as well too, so that really hampered us, but I thought the bowlers gave a good effort and they never stopped trying.
West Indies captain Roston Chase. President of the Dominica Boxing Association, Job Joseph, is encouraging the public to come out and support Saturday's major boxing event at the Massac Indoor Facility. Well, the event is being staged as the association looks to help to raise funds to meet the medical expenses of 14-year-old Tahir Tyson. Tyson is battling cancer.
It's a fight we have not only in the ring but out of the ring. This guy has so much life, and his position right now, everybody knows in Dominica now that he's suffering with cancer, and we're trying our best to see what we can do to give him a good fighting chance to get out of this stage he's in right now and get back to a normal life. Actually, we're having 3 American boxers on the island, and we have a big bonus for the public that I will not call his name, but the 3 times world champion will be in Dominica. Yes, you're hearing right. The 3 times world champion, so you're going to get a chance to do the autograph, do your signings. He'll be in Dominica 3 times. He tell me because of me and how I treat him and everything. We have a very good relationship, so he can't miss that. So he'll be in Dominica. The 3 times world champion will be in Dominica that night. We'll have 3 American boxers and 2 French boxers. So we'll have 5 Dominicans versus 5 foreigners, and then we'll have about 2 local fights. So we might have 7 fights in all. 2 local fights to start the card, and then we'll have 3 fights from overseas fighters. And the public shouldn't miss that. And if you miss it, don't blame me. You should be there. And not only missing it, but you're coming for a worthy cause. You're coming to help Mr. Tyson get back on his feet. So you come in. It's very, very important to us as the Boxing Association.
That's President of the Dominica Boxing Association, Job Joseph. He is also encouraging people to give generously.
So we're not going to charge anything. We're going to come and you contribute. Because if you charge $10, $5, it's nothing what I know that the people of Dominica will contribute. So when you come, you contribute with a willing heart, give 50, give 100, because that's our worthy cause to help a young man fight his way out of an illness. Young man, he's a fighter now out of the ring. The last competition we had in September, he fought. You know, he had a very, very good fighter, and now he's fighting out of the ring for his life. So we want the support of the public. We know they always support us, because for the Radio Fund, they did very, very well. And I know they'll continue to do well. So we want the Dominica public to come out in big numbers. We like the ministers, the Prime Minister, we like everybody to be down there that night and give generously so we can give Tyson a very, very good chance of fighting his illness. So we like the public of Dominica to come out in big, big, big numbers. We cannot, if the place is too small, we'll have screen outside. But we have to come out in big numbers and show that we are supporting this young man. He's just 14 years. And we are trying to see what our best we can do for him. I want to thank the government of Dominica, which have done so much for him so far on that journey, the Olympic Committee, Lotto Commission, and many other persons who have helped in many ways. We want to thank them, and I want to ask those who haven't do, even though the 10 cents, every cent counts. Every cent counts. We wanted to come in big numbers and help us fight this fight with Tyson.
And that is the president of the Dominica Boxing Association, Job Joseph. Special Olympics Dominica director Ainsworth Irish says he is honored to have received the Special Olympics National Director of the Year award. Irish copped the award during the Special Olympics Caribbean Leaders Conference. Irish says this is a major feat for the Special Olympics Dominica.
Of course, last night we had the final Special Olympics Caribbean Athletes Leadership Conference on Zoom, where a number of Caribbean countries were on. And out of course, there are 19 Special Olympics program in the Caribbean, but there was a short list of about 10 of them. And from among the 10, I was given the accolade of the Special Olympics National Director of the Year. I think that's a big fillip for Dominica, but I can tell you Special Olympics is alive and well, and I'm extremely delighted that I received that accolade as the National Director of the Year. That indicates that they are satisfied with the work that I'm doing. So here in Dominica is a small country with a big heart, and I continue to do the best with, of course, the assistance of my board members to make sure we propel the movement forward. So Special Olympics is alive in Dominica.
He says the award will help more visibility for Special Olympics.
Oh, yes, indeed. That will put us as a springboard for support in the future. And as I indicated, the international circuit, they're very delighted. Our athletes are happy. It's a small program. We're trying our best, and hopefully next year we can convince the authorities to have what you call a synthetic bocce court or an outdoor court at the Botanic Garden, someplace around like they do in Jamaica. And we are looking forward to that sort of thing. So that is really a fillip and, something that one should really look out forward to. When one gets a reward or you get some sort of satisfaction, you feel that what you're doing is going towards, something worthwhile.
Special Olympics Dominica Director Ainsworth Irish. Dominica will end 2025 with a FIFA ranking of 183, down one position from 2024, where Dominica will rank 182. This following the release of the final FIFA rankings for the year. Dominica in 2025 saw defeats to the Dominican Republic in World Cup qualifying and losses to Dutch and French St. Martin in the CONCACAF Friendly Series in November. Dominica managed only one win in 2025. That was a 3-0 win over the British Virgin Islands at Windsor Park earlier in the year. Dominica's highest ever ranking was 128. That was back in 2010. Dominica will also end 2025 as the 28th ranked team in CONCACAF out of 35 countries. Dominica sits ahead of Aruba, the Cayman Islands, Turks and Caicos, the Bahamas, the USVI, the BVI, and Anguilla in terms of CONCACAF rankings. The top team in CONCACAF is the United States. Mexico are second and Canada third. The top team on the FIFA rankings is Spain, with Argentina second and France third. Lucas Sorrendo and Ayani Kazemi have emerged the top players following the Dominica Chess Federation's Under 18 Junior Chess Championship. The event took place recently at the St. Gerald's Hall. Lucas Sorrendo emerged champion of the male competition. He topped the standings with 6 points. Kijani Peltier was second with 5.5 points and Tyrell Coffey third with 5 points. Meantime, in the ladies category, Ayani Kazemi led the way with 4.5 points. Shamel Timothy placed second with 4 points and Denisha Dublin was third with 3 points. Well, that's all the time that we have for the DBS Evening's Sports Report, News and Sports Report. I've been the presenter of both News and Sports Report for this evening, Arlen Christopher. On behalf of the entire News and Sports Department and our links person, Joseph Fadul, I'm saying good evening.
Wow, a new laptop.
Yep.
How much you pay?
Only $10. This Christmas, sign up for any home bundle or the Turbo 400 internet plan or higher and get a laptop or tablet for only $10. And there's more. You can win even more festive prizes with our Christmas Spin the Wheel. That's faster, more reliable internet with same upload and download speeds and fantastic rewards. Sign up in-store today or visit online at discoverflow.co for more info. We keep your Christmas rhythm flowing.
DBS Radio gives you top quality service over any other for live streaming of funerals. Call us today at 448-3282.
Good evening and welcome to the evening edition of the DBS Radio Community Bulletin Board. It is the 23rd day of December 2025. We begin with this evening's edition of the DBS Radio Deaf announcements on the DBS Radio Community Bulletin Board. We announce the death of Maudlina Seraphine, better known as Petite, age 79, of Good Hope, who resided in Camp Melville Hall. She died on Sunday, the 21st of December. The funeral arrangements for the late Maudlina Seraphine, better known as Petite of Good Hope, who resided in Camp Melville Hall, will be given in a subsequent announcement. We announce the death of John Sabridge, better known as Tux, age 85, of Biosh. He died on Thursday, the 18th of December.